morning, friends! How are you all doing today? Really, how are you feeling? You might notice this feels a bit different, like a fresh breeze in the middle of a legal winter. Because of the Diwali break, our usual rhythm of discussing legal current affairs is on pause, and instead, we're kicking off a new series on jurisprudence. That's right, 5 exciting days diving into this fascinating world.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. Jurisprudence, what even is that? I mean, it sounds a bit intimidating.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're here to tackle. Eliminating that fear. My goal is not just to throw a bunch of legal names and references at you like a law school exam. Instead, I want to help you really understand the essence of jurisprudence. It's perfectly okay to feel a bit apprehensive about philosophical concepts.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I remember back in school, I used to panic over anything with philosophy in it. It was like trying to solve a math problem while blindfolded. I once thought Hamlet was a piece of furniture. Laughs.
Laughs. That's a good one. But seriously, it's natural to fear subjects we find complicated. That's why, over the next 5 sessions, we're going to break these important topics down into simple, digestible bits. Today, we want to really grasp the meaning of the term law.
Okay, so it's gonna get deeper as we go? What's the plan for today then?
Yes, we're starting with the most basic concepts. We'll talk about the meaning of jurisprudence and law, explore the types of law, and figure out where they come from. We're aiming for about 40 minutes of rich discussion. While today may seem straightforward, trust me, it'll get more complex as we progress.
40 minutes? Wow! Imagine if you had a legal sitcom that could do all this in a few minutes. Like Law and Order, Special Learning Unit, laughs.
Chuckles. Now that's a creative thought. But seriously, many students wonder why they even need to study jurisprudence. If you're going down the law path, it's essential. Jurisprudence really digs into the core of the law and its significance in society. Remember, laws aren't just random rules. They have a purpose, and there's often a deeper story behind each one.
Right, I always thought laws were just, made up by politicians sitting in fancy offices. But there's history and context too?
Exactly. When we read laws, think about, say, the Contract Act. We usually just focus on the words, right? But jurisprudence encourages us to dig deeper and think about the principles behind those laws. There's always a rationale that shaped its creation based on societal needs.
Wow. So it's kind of like peeling an onion. There's always another layer to uncover. I could get lost in all these layers, like a kid at a candy store, laughs.
Perfect analogy. Today, we will tackle 3 main aspects of law: the meaning of law, its types, and its sources. We'll distinguish public law from private law, and then dive into substantive law versus procedural law.
Hold up. Public law and private law? Isn't that complicated? What's the difference?
Good question. Public law is concerned with society as a whole. Think of constitutional or criminal law, governing the relationship between the individual and the state. Private law, on the other hand, deals with relationships between individuals, like contract law, tort law, and property law.
Got it. So in public law, I'm the comic book hero. And in private law, I'm just a regular Joe trying to get by? Laughs.